What do I like best about Houston? If you do well, you can do well. You know, not to get corny, but there's a lot of opportunity here, and you know, it's where I live. And every January 1st, I call my friends up in New Jersey and I make fun of them. I was working in Phoenix, Arizona, and it was a one newspaper town. So I thought, you know, I'll do better if I go to a two newspaper town. I was there the day the Post closed. I don't like to brag, but that was the biggest newspaper that's ever folded in the United States, and I was there. It didn't fold because of me, if that's what you're thinking. What is the greatest challenge to America, to our freedom? Brian Williams, I think, would be, I don't know, Obama says global warming. So I'm over at Lakeside Country Club, and my match is me and Vijay Amritraj, who's a Wimbledon doubles champion, against Chris Evert and Chuck Norris. Before the match, Chuck Norris's bodyguard comes up to me and he says, look, Chuck's not very good at tennis. You're not going to embarrass him, are you? And I'm thinking, why does he need a bodyguard? You know, it's Chuck Norris. And then Chuck comes out. He's about, I think I can take him. You know, I honestly think I can beat up Chuck Norris. So anyway, we start the match. I stay back. I don't know if you play tennis, but I don't come to the net ever. Nothing good can happen when you're at the net. Chris Evert starts calling me Miss Hoffman. Why don't you come to the net? Mrs. Hoffman, Mrs. Hoffman. While we're playing, I hear you know, a little fuss in the crowd, and I look over, and it's President Bush and Barbara Bush, and they got the dog. It's Ranger. It's one of those deals where I want to get on a cell phone and call everybody I've ever known. I'm playing tennis, and Barbara Bush is here, and President Bush is here, and Chris Evert's mocking me, and all that kind of stuff. Chris Evert's about to serve. You know, she's bouncing the ball. And she cranks up a serve as hard as she can, and I'm not looking, and the ball hits me in the, this is the only Greek word I know, testikoulas. I was seeing stars, I couldn't breathe, so I fall down, and I thought I like swallowed my esophagus, and I'm down on the ground, and Chris Evert comes running over to me, and I look up, and she's, you know, actually tears coming out of her eyes, she's laughing so hard. And, you know, a guy's helping me up from behind, and she says, are you going to write about this? So the guy helping me up says, you know, from behind says, if you do say groin, it sounds nicer. And I look around, it's President Bush. He's helping me up after I just got hit in the testikoulas, you know. So the next year, they called me up and they said, you want to play with the Chuck Norris kick drugs out of America thing again? I said, I'm not so sure I want to go back to that, but I did. Before the match, you know, I'm going to play with the President of the United States doubles. So we go on, and while they're flipping the coin, President Bush says to me, we're going to win, right? And I had heard about that he's this insane competitive guy, you know. So Neil Bush hits it to me, and I just pat it back to him, and he hits an overhead, and it almost hits the old man, and he comes up to me, and he's what was that? And I'm being yelled at by a former president of the United States. I said, I'm sorry. He goes, we're going to win. Don't do that again. So like 2 points later, I get a sitter, and I hit a forehand as hard as I've ever hit one in my life. It hit Neil's racket. The racket spun out of his hand. The ball went flying. And President Bush comes over and high-fives me. And I'm like, what is going on here? It's the most amazing thing. So after the match, President Bush is holding my kid. And I take the picture. So I take it over to like Fox Photo or CB. I don't know where I took it to be developed. And it's one of those deals. And I've had this happen before, where I take the camera in and they call me up, nothing came out, we're sorry, you know, it's happened. So I was, please God, you know, let this picture come out, because how great a picture is this going to be? So the picture comes out, and it couldn't be better. So I go home and I call up President Bush's office, tell him I'm the guy that got hit in the nuts the year before. Would he sign this? He'll know who I am, you know? So the next day I get a phone call, it's from President Bush's secretary, and he says, Mr. Bush would like to see you, can you come over? Yes, I can. So I'm driving as fast as I can. I get over there. It's me and President Bush alone in the office. And for a half an hour, I'm sitting there, just he and I, the former President of the United States, and me talking. This is like, you know, this is as good as it gets, right? And at the end of it, he says, would you like a tour of my office? Yeah, sure. So the last one, there's like a canteen, and there's all kinds of snack bars and machines, vending machines, and there's 2 young women there. And he said, these are my interns. And I said, you think you should use that word intern anymore? And he says, we're close, but no cigar. So that's it.